warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yunita Anggraini. I am a student at the Musirawas University Government Science Study Program.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wanda. I'm from the Government Science Study Program at Musirawas University.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wanda, saputra, Government Science Study Program Musirawas University.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mira Wulan Putri Purba, Governmental Science Study Program at Musirawas University.
My name is Handri Sardi. I am student at the Musirawas University Government Science Study Program.
Well, we will share the result of our discussion on politics science.
Why study political or the importance of political science?
Studying political science is important in the development of the times. This science must also follow it because the experts that you learn when you take this study program also expands. Studying political is not only about learning about the form of the state, but also about learning about society and its interests in it.
Example: gender, identity politics, the relationship between state and religion too. Political education is important for students as an effort to convey or implant the value of knowledge and ideology of citizens regarding how the system, regulation and state policies are implemented, including those formulated by political policy and democracy. This knowledge is important for students to have in order to realize their rights in an effort to uphold justice and democracy.
Political science is a science that studies politics, or politics in a general. The term politics can mean various kinds of activities in a country that determine the process of the goals of the system and implement them. In Johann Caspar Blankschild's book, political science is a science that focuses on state's problems by fighting for an understanding and understandings of the state, its condition, characteristics, or in various form or manifestation of its development.
Win, do you know three basic things in political science which can be seen in the following?
And now, there are three basic things in political science which can be seen in the following. Number 1, behavioral approach. This approach includes or relates to the community environment. The approach uses focus on the environment, especially on the attitudes of society and the government today. Number 2, the institutional approach. The institutional approach leads to sociology and economics. The focus of this approach is on improving the state system to be better and more invisible. And number 3, institutional approach. An approach that focuses on the progress of the state is an intuitive approach. In a sense, this approach is a way for a country to be used to reform the structure of government.
Yun, do you know some of the highlights of studying political science?
Some of the highlights are study political science is: first, political science is the oldest scientific discipline. Political science is the oldest social science in the world. How could it not be ideas about a state have developed along with the birth of the state interest? At the time, the discussion of political was more related to history and philosophy. Second, learn the tongue of philosophers as the oldest social science discipline. The idea of a state have been developed by many philosophers, science Isingers to be parents in 450 BC, science the time thinking about the state. Thus, political science develops according to the times. Over time, the aspect learning while studying in political science will also expand. Studying political is not only about learning about the form of the state but also society and its interests in it.
Did you know studying political science is not only in the classroom, but also in practice in the field science is not available in the classroom. Therefore, when you study political science, the lecturer will also invite you to practice field studies. The goal is to understand the facts there. You can be sure that you will meet with high-ranking political parties, leaders of the People's Representative Council, and district or city and provincial area, and even have discussion with activity its non-governmental organization.
The benefits of studying political science can make you more sensitive to the state of the country and even have a rich insight into the country and all its aspects. Your knowledge can sensitize you to the current state of the country. You will be able to answer questions about the state of your country.
In political science graduates, you don't have to worry about your prospect because the career prospects for political sciences graduations are very broad. We can become civil servants, have a career in the police, research institution, journalist, even the president.
Practicing critical attitude political science will not only enrich your insight about a country, but will also make you more sensitive to the condition of the nation.
Sense of sensitivity, you will be trained to be critical and analytical in finding solutions to various state problems such as cases of corruption, regional election, violence, to cultural diversity.